Hey, that actually worked. Going to shut down DMVR in the air. I think that was scheduled for 10 o'clock earlier because this game must have gone quick. Well, welcome to the Little Nugget Show, where we can unwrap a few more little nuggets of wisdom and insight from the absolute beatdown that Charlotte just gave Denver at home. Now, I filmed a pregame take that might have cursed this game. Although this game kind of seemed inevitable at some point. Last year, I highlighted the white jersey curse, if you remember, via jersey win rates and calculating. I just had the feeling at some point that they played like shit in white, and then I figured out the numbers and saw that it was true. This year, the curse that I'm trying to identify has not quite emerged fully, but I think it may have tonight. And let me tell you what it is. So, injury has a lot to do with it. And weird losses like this could say, well, what kind of curse would tie into this with maybe Jokic's injury or all the injuries? I don't know why I'm such a superstitious curse guy, because I'm not normally. But for the Nuggets, it seems like you got to reach for straws at some point. However, what I've seen lately is called the commentator's curse. And tonight, it was no different. However, I may have been the literal commentator that cursed the game as well with my pregame take. We can take a look at that a little bit later. But in the pregame Nuggets live, those commentators are the ones I'm referring to that are dropping curses left and right. For instance, they did one the night before Jokic got hurt, which was, they typically do it when it's like this. The simple explanation is, this person has made 7 straight free throws and has yet to miss a free throw tonight, and then they brick a free throw. Commentator's curse. Jokic has played every single... The Denver Nuggets have suffered so many injuries this year. However, Jamal Murray has only missed 1 game, and Jokic has missed 0 games. Jokic goes down with a hyperextended knee. So if you go back through the games, you can identify these commentators' curse. And the one tonight was... And they've done it before. Who was it? 11-game win streak for Denver against... I forget who it was earlier this year. But last year it was fucking Washington, right? Denver's beat Washington 14 straight times. Or no. Washington's on a 14-game losing streak. And then they beat Denver. Oh, I can't stand that. That's when the commentator's curse first arrived. I became aware of it that time last year. But they did it again this year. Tonight, Charlotte Hornets have not beat the Denver Nuggets in 8 straight games. And they haven't won in Denver in 8 straight years. That's all you got to say. And then boom, there it goes down. So it was a rough one. Although DMVR was clear to... I was just looking at the screen there. So hopefully you're watching this tomorrow on 2x speed, because I sound smart on 2x speed. However, we apparently have 0 watchers and 0 comments. And after the fucking probably $40-$50 I've spent on super chats to get people to come here and not to have one fucking person come and show up, fuck out of here. We'll stop doing that. We'll definitely stop doing that. So much for the Nuggets connected universe. But I'm still going to keep doing the show. Why? Because I like it. So if you catch this somewhere other than DMVR, then cool. I'm not trying to compete with any of the current shows that are out there, because everyone's got their place, right? There's just a lot of shit I got to get off my mind. And I'm a passionate Denver Nuggets fan and have been for a little while now. Mostly a Denver Broncos fan, and that's why this is a weird night, huh? The Bo Nix injury is a hard pill to swallow after that beautiful victory. Apparently, the Buffalo Bills faithful were crying foul in that game with the interception. I mean, don't get me wrong. I thought as that play happened, the one in was it overtime, right? I don't remember. It was overtime or... But Buffalo could have, if they make the catch, they're going to kick a field goal from there and win the game. And Denver, McMillan, lands at the same time the old boy catches it and rips it out of his hand. Now, to me, as an official referee, but not for officially football, not a football official, I mean, but a referee in general, you try and train your mind to see what's supposed to happen to determine what will happen. And the bottom line was that ball never touched the ground and no one ever had control until Denver had control. So I think even the commentators like Richard Sherman and stuff were talking about, oh, that's always been a catch for the offense. It's always, they never give that to the defense. And the Buffalo Bills fans were horribly, and then they were crying foul on the PIs. Whatever. Hey, you win some, you lose some. I do feel bad for the Buffalo Bills. I wouldn't mind seeing Josh Allen. I mean, at this point, it's no. I think Denver still has a chance. I think Denver still has a chance with old Stiddy, as Sean Payton calls him, Stiddy, going under center for the AFC Championship game. And I mean, all you got to do is get lucky twice, right? It ain't that hard. And a lot of times people choke in the Super Bowl. The Seahawks do look intimidating, though, and they could possibly be Denver's kryptonite twice, but we'll see. The beautiful thing is that the AFC Championship will unfold on the grass field of Mile High. How many grass fields are left? You know what? My son's playing soccer next year in high school, and they all play on turf. And if you look up, if you're concerned about this, I believe there's enough evidence out there to show that kids that grow up playing on turf are getting cancer at higher and higher rates. Kids in general, but there's a correlation between playing on turf. I mean, you're literally breathing microplastics nonstop. You're playing. I mean, hopefully someday we'll look back and grass is the best. Mile High is the best. Mile High grass is the best. Mile High weed is the best. Denver weed is the best. Hey, it turns out I'm in Colorado and I grow weed too, and it's the best. Here's another tidbit of information. If you know any weed growers, they too are the best weed growers. And that is actually true. So every weed grower that you will meet is the best weed grower there is. Or that you hear about even. Oh, my friend, he grows the best. And I actually think it's true. Because the plant does that to you. It's like, I grew my own plant and it's the best, and my friend shared it with me, so I think it's, I don't know. Might just be off on a tangent there. Did I take any notes? I did, but I don't know where I put them. I did have a few good notes. So, oh, there it is. Here's the thing that stood out to me, especially early in this game. Deron Holmes. Now, I guess you got to get excited about all your first round draft picks. And he was, okay, we got this new guy. He's a bigger guy. He's going to be helping Jokic, and they need a backup center. And I don't think he was ever really a backup center. And it's starting to show that he's definitely not. But I wanted to be excited for him. Then he gets hurt. So then you got to wait a whole year. And now we get to see him. We got to see him in preseason. We get to see him a few times. Now we get to see him in real time. The more I see him, the less So I'm a big, as you all know, the loyal fans of the Little Nugget Show, I'm a big fan of Hunter Tyson. It's kind of a running joke that I have with my kids and my family. Whenever we see Hunter, we say, Hunter, because we like to root for the underdog, and we like to see Hunter do well. Well, tonight, neither Deron nor Hunter did well. Hunter was 0 for 8, I think, from 3, and 0 for everything and did not score. That's a little rough. I feel so bad for him. Now, I don't feel bad for Deron for some reason, because he has hands that are bricks. That guy cannot position himself to grab a rebound. And, I mean, I'm not going to do any better, but if he's 6'10 and the guy's 7'1", isn't he like 6'10", 6'9"? Or as the kids would say, 6'7". I mean, he's definitely outsized, but surely you can. I mean, Pickett gets rebounds. Pickett's a hell of a boxer outer. Why is little Duran? Actually, they do call him Deuce, little Deuce or something. He is letting me down. He did hit a few threes, but they weren't even threes. And I was pointing that out during the game. The first one he hit, I was like, nope, that's a two, that's a two. And then we watched him take it away, and then he did it again. I think he did it 3 times. I think he did it once and he missed, maybe twice when he missed. But he has that shuffle that where he throws down the right foot at an angle, but it's always going on the line. So Duran, step back a little bit. Give yourself a little room. Ooh, I don't even know if you can hear me. Imagine if I had no audio this entire time. Check. Okay, good. And those things are set. I guess I should check that first too. So Duran's bricks hands. That was my first note. I also noted that big miss by Murray came. The score was 11-7, and Murray went into the lane, drove into the paint, did a little fadeaway, left-footed fadeaway, and I love those shots, and they usually go in, and had it gone in, it would have been 11-9. But based on my pregame curse, or pregame take, that we can take a look at here in a minute, based on that, I felt that that was going to be a turning point. Or not based on my take, but based on that shot, I was just like, because not only did he miss, and it would have brought the score to 11-9, that was the turning point because Melo goes down, or somebody went down and made a 3. So they're up 14-7 immediately. And then they went on a run. It was at least 20-6 that I kept track of, but it was probably worse than that as the game went on. Definitely 20-6 run. In the first 1 minute left, in the first quarter, THJ, no dip assassin. Oh, he must have hit a 3. Did he hit a 3? Oh, the reason I wrote that down was because I was thinking maybe this could be the swinging point to bring us back into the game, even though they're down by like 16. Actually, I think they were down by it was 33-18. Yeah, it was 16. It was like 16-33, and I was like, they doubled them up. Are you kidding me? Anyway, THJ, as we learned in the last episode, has now been trademarkedly named by the Little Nugget Show as the No Dip Assassin. I'm going to have to keep saying that in case somebody steals it. I'll be like, look, motherfucker, I put this on my show. Put it on my show. What else do we have? You know what would be cool is if we had comments. Because if we had comments, then we could converse. And if you have any ideas. See, the beautiful thing about this show is that you can come here and make all the comments you want. I'll definitely read them all because on my other show that actually works, but I've complained about that too many times. Anyway, if you make comments here, we'll talk about them and you don't have to pay for them. You try and make one comment on the DMVR show and it costs $5. And don't get me wrong, I love that show and I don't mind paying. They definitely have the insight, and I don't want to step on their toes. So Little Nugget Show is going to come in after DMVR, and actually maybe I should just do it the next day. What other notes do we have? 8 years losing streak in Denver. We talked about that. Najee stepping on the line. We talked about that. Zeke dunk cut it to 20. Oh, Zeke did have a crazy good dunk. See, that's the thing is Zeke's a dog that realized, like I've said before, he's a dog that doesn't know he can jump out of the yard. And he had a couple of games here recently where he's like, oh, shit, I can jump out of the yard. And he went off a little. But you need to let that dog out every night, Zeke. You need to go hard. I mean, now's your time. Duran might have a little more time, but Zeke's in like year, 4, 5, 6? And then Hunter, I don't know what to say about Hunter. I did see PJ Hall on the bench for Charlotte. I think that was Hunter's boy from Clemson. He was in street clothes, though. Maybe he's hurt. Last few notes I have is that Denver got out-rebounded 52-29 and out-assisted 30-21. And it wasn't so much the out-assisting. It was the missing the shots. I think the biggest story of the game is that Denver couldn't make shit. Because, honestly, Charlotte didn't make shit either. Oh, yeah, the three-pointers were 8 for 38. Calculate. 8 for 38, 21% for Denver. And probably less than 30. 11 for 34 is 32%. So I think that's league average, right? 32.5, something like that. So Charlotte wasn't anything to write home about, but 8 for 38 from the the highest percentage 3-point shooting team in the nation, in the league. Yeah, pretty poor. So, I mean, geez, Hunter counted for 8 of those. If they were 8 for 30 and he never would have shot one, what would that be? No, that's not right. 26%? 8 divided by 30. 27%. Okay. So 8 for 38 is only 21? 21%. Shit. What does it take to shoot under 20%? Denver tried to find out. You know what's crazy is what did they have at halftime? Do we see that in the box score? Allow me to share my screen with you. I honestly don't know which one it is, but let's try that one. Oh, you know what this is? Let me show you. Let's see. Let's swap that. All right, so I went to NBA.com to look at the box score for the game. And I don't know if that's what most commentators do, but I do. And I'm open to suggestions. Don't see any suggestions there. But I pulled this thing up, and it is... how do we... Oh, go back to it. Okay, watch this. So I clicked on stats, I think, and this thing pops up. So you're looking at points, Jabari Smith, live 118. Maybe that's for the day. But this other thing over here, it says beta. Oh, well, when I had it on earlier, Zeke Naji was at number 1. And I'm like, what? There are 2 of these guys? Kevin Durant. What? Whoa, I don't know what's going on with that. Hold on. Dunk score ranks in-game dunks by calculating and modeling their physical and stylistic traits. So apparently Sabonis, Zeke Naji had 1 dunk. Like, what does that mean?
Nuggets have made just 2 of 15 threes. Hardaway's in the lane, dump it off to Naji.
Oh, it's because he went up between 3 people and hung on the rim.
Nuggets have made just 2 of 15 threes.
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Hardaway's in the lane, dump it off to Naji. Naji puts it away. Nuggets have made just 2 of 15
so you can see a little more up close. Hardaway drives, little dish to Zeke, and 3 defenders.
Puts it away.
Man, those defenders are chomping at the bit to ruin Denver's. Shut that shit off. Dude, how do you get out of this? Sorry. I'm trying to turn the volume off. There we go. Anyway, so that was funny. Let's go to share screen. And we actually have a viewer. No. So this is going to be the box score. Why does it always go to the right? Can I set it to the left? All right. Actually, let's go this one. Bing. And back to the box score. Okay. Here I am. I want to know what this knucklehead, Kalkbrenner, what did he do? He was 8 for 10 because they were all dunks, 80%. 1 free throw, 3 offensive, 3 defensive, 6 rebounds, 1 assist. He only had 6 rebounds. Are you kidding me? Who had? Oh, this guy, 11 rebounds, 9 from Diabate. Annoying as fuck. If they have a 4 in their number, they're annoying as fuck. Why don't they put their numbers on here? That would be great. But whoever 4 is and 14, they're annoying as fuck. Not going to lie. So what do they have? Kongberger is a plus 17. Damn. With 17 points. Brandon Miller, LaMelo Ball only had 10 points, but he was a plus 22. He is annoying as fuck. Let's talk about LaMelo. As a matter of fact, I think I had him on my thumbnail. I type in a ChatGPT. So I have a template for the Denver Nugget, Little Nugget show. And then I say, add a Charlotte Hornets logo to the bottom left corner. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to put a LaMelo Ball head there. And they did that. And then I was like, change it to him yelling, cocky, screaming, whatever. That motherfucker. You know what the craziest thing about LaMelo is? How popular he is with kids. Like, he is the last person I would ever tell my kids to emulate in basketball. The absolute last. Maybe not the absolute last. Dylan Brooks maybe would be last. I don't know. But the fact that he screams all game, my wife hadn't seen him play, didn't know who he was. She's like, man, that guy looks like he just got out of county. I was like, no, he's a rich kid. He's a spoiled, rotten fucking brat. He's like the Kardashians of basketball. His dad was an NBA player, and his brother's playing the NBA, and he thinks he's the shit, and he blows. I mean, he's shooting 20% from fucking three. Give me a break. What did he shoot tonight? 36% overall, 28% from three. Look at that. So he handles the ball well, and he's maybe charismatic on that fucking reality show, but I didn't watch it. Anyway, I can't stand the scream. And I was like 2 or 3 of my kids that were on my team last couple of years were just, I was like, I go around the team and I say, okay, who's an NBA fan? Who's your team? You know, half of them are going to be Nuggets because we're in Colorado. But then you got these weirdos that are like, I like Charlotte. I was like, Charlotte? The fuck do you like Charlotte? And then I looked down at his shoes. Oh, those are Melo's shoes. And then the next guy gets Melo shoes. And then the next guy gets Melo shoes. I was like, literally had an argument with them at one point. I was like, guys, don't start playing like that, motherfucker. I can't stand that. They get so damn lazy. We did out of a guy that literally was screaming like him. And I was like, no, we're not doing that. All right, you're done. Let's run. Is that what the NBA turned into? I kind of got away from it for a while, but once my kids started playing, I got back into it. I was never paying attention to these people. I think he was Rookie of the Year, wasn't he? That fizzled out. And back at it. Oh my God, we got 2 comments. Fucking A. And 2 viewers. Well, thank you for joining me because, to be honest, of the 10 shows that I've done, these are like the second and third positive comment. I remember the first show I had 1 positive comment. Actually, we had a conversation. Then the second show wasn't. So let me show those because on my other show. Oh, I wonder who that is. Go Little Nuggets. And then we got one here. The real ones. Yeah, the real ones. I'm here for every show. Every game. Rain or shine, do or die, every game. I don't think I've missed a game since 2022, 2023. And I'm talking pregame, postgame. Actually, there were a couple of games that I could not get on broadcast or on figure out how to watch them. But every year is a new challenge. This year, it's DirecTV. DirecTV is the answer to altitude. You get ESPN and what's the other one? NBC. And then Peacock you have to pay separate. And what's the other one that they're doing? Prime. Peacock and Prime are those, but you got to get those. I think the game, let's pull that one up. Because that one is, and thank you for the comments. Kay Linson and House of Shocks. I'll keep an eye out for you guys on the DMVR chat. I assume you're there too. So, what was I going to do? Oh my God, did I forget what I was going to do? Oh, schedule. Share screen. Schedule. No, that's not it. No. Okay, I'll give you this for a second. Let's check the standings. Share. Brings me to the wrong tab. Add to scene. And let me get back over there and zoom in. Whoa, we are zoomed in. Let's go trackpad out. Come on. Let's talk about... There we go. There we go. Okay. So the Thunder have lost one. I don't think they played today. Or no, they... Whatever. We can just watch them lose as many as possible. The Spurs did beat the Timberwolves, and that's cool because I would much rather see the Spurs, even though I'd rather be ahead of them. How crazy is it Denver's third place? 10 games after Jokic goes out. After having 3 guys out, because Cam got hurt before Jokic, didn't he? So they already have 3 guys out, and Jokic goes down, and everyone's like, we're going to lose that. They assumed that we were going to lose every single game like this. Like we lost to Charlotte tonight. And if you remember, Peyton was like, no. They thought without Jokic, we were a lottery team. And then if we get 1 win, it's just a lucky win. Well, 7-3 is a hell of a run. I think we're 7-4 now. So beating the Lakers in the next game, which I was going to pull up that. So I have to type in Denver Nuggets schedule, and then you have to pull it up on the NBA website to get the jersey. So share this one instead. And do I have to zoom out a little bit? Okay, here we go. So that's what we're looking at. Tuesday night. Ouch. 8 p.m. That's a late one. Oh, shit. It's on Peacock. It is on altitude, but it's also on NBC and Peacock. And that means it's a nationally televised game because it is the Lakers, obviously. Denver doesn't do too well in that. But if we take a look at the jersey win rates, we can see this year in blue at home, they are 7 oh, no shit. Okay, pick your best win rate. This is the second best. The best is on the road in black, 4-0. This is the second best, 7-1 at home. Beautiful. So blue it is. I must bust out my Icon jersey. That's what it's called. Icon is blue. And then the next game is going to be the Wizards. Thank God we can bitch slap them twice in a row. Take them down in Washington in their own home court in the white. And then white again on the road against Milwaukee. Might be able to win that one. Okay. Which one is Aaron Gordon going to play for? Because he's definitely playing for the Lakers. Does he sit? So it's Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. That's a back-to-back. God dang it. So he's going to play the Lakers, and he'll probably play against the Bucks, and then we got to beat Washington without them at their... So here's the question. What is the Denver Nuggets record going to be between now and the time Jokic comes back, which is... Jesus, is that only 4 games? 1, 2, 3, 4. Because I'm saying and have said for quite some time that Denver comes back on that game. January 27th. Oh, we got more comments. Peacock is the worst broadcast. They do have somebody on there. Do you know what I hate about Peacock? Oh, no way. You're going to be at the Lakers game? Bro, how expensive are those tickets? It's crazy how Lakers tickets are like double all the other games. But that'll be fun. I mean, if I assume... oh my God, Doncic is going to be, Luka is going to be playing, right? LeBron plays about half and half. He'll probably play since Jokic isn't playing. Who else they got? Austin Reeves. I like him as a golfer, but I don't like him on Tuesday. That's cool that you'll be at the Lakers game. But what I was saying about Peacock is that, my God, they're terrible. And the app itself. The fast forward doesn't scrub, so you have no idea. Yeah, that too. And I don't think you can record. One of them you can't record on. I don't know if it's Prime or Peacock. So the typical way I watch is with having the pregame Nuggets live recorded, the Nuggets game recorded, and the postgame recorded. And if I have a chance, I'll start Nuggets live, but I'm not going to start the game until at least 30 minutes after. So I start around 30 minutes. So if it starts at 6 o'clock, I'm going to start at 6:30 because I'm recording it on DirecTV through Altitude. Then I can fast forward through the commercials, skip halftime, and never watch a commercial because that is absolutely one of the MOs on my life going forward is never watch commercials. That's what I'm trying to teach my kids. Don't watch commercials because it's a mind fuck. That's what that is. Anyway, one of them you can't even record. So you literally have to watch it live. And I think one of them is, and this is between Prime and Peacock, but one of them is frustrating. No, I'm going to have to remember what it is. But there was one that I was impressed with where I was like, oh, if you know what you're doing and you learn that you can watch it from the start, there's like a watch from the start button. Then you can go back. And the skipping forward is difficult. Maybe that's what you're talking about on Peacock. I'll have to check. We'll find out Tuesday night. Actually, I'm going to watch it on Altitude because they're doing the broadcast too. So I prefer their broadcasters. For the game, it's kind of hard to watch national. ESPN can't stand. Whatever. So where were we on that? No, there's a schedule. The Pistons. So that's when Jokic is coming back in my estimation. It's the 27th, and he'll still be eligible if he plays the rest of the year. And then there's the Pistons again. Wow. And then the Knicks. Yeah, we need Jokic. That's a rough stretch right there, short of Brooklyn. So Detroit, Brooklyn, we definitely got to get a win there. I think they're tanking anyway. Clippers might be tough. OKC, tough. Detroit, tough. Knicks, tough. Bulls could be tough. Is that at home or away? Away, it's going to be tough. Cleveland, tough. Oh, my goodness. Memphis, not tough. Clippers, we'll see. Portland, we'll see. Golden State, we beat them too many times. You might want to lose that one or might end up losing that one because we beat them so many times. Boston, at home. Man, this schedule is just tough going forward, except for Utah. What's crazy is Charlotte beat Utah 150-95 just a few days ago. Knicks, what is the deal? Lakers, Knicks, Oklahoma City, Houston, San Antonio, Lakers, Sixers, they want some payback. Toronto. Wow, there's not too many respites in there. There we go. There we go. Okay, relax towards the end. April, San Antonio, not. Okay, so that's a hell of a stretch in the middle there. And to end the season, because April 13th is usually around the end of the season, yeah. OKC and San Antonio. Wow, that's going to be big. It's going to be a hell of a year. I guess we'll see. I guess we will see. So hopefully you guys watched from the beginning. If not, go back and watch. Actually, you can watch live on 2x speed. And then once it catches up, it goes back to normal. And remove from scene. And we got one more comment. Xfinity and Prime. Peacock to catch games. Yeah. So Xfinity, I got rid of them so long ago. And then I was like, I'm never going. I actually had them Xfinity or Comcast Business for internet. And I was only using internet, no TV. And then I found out the only way you could get Altitude was it DirecTV or Dish TV, I think. And I never did that. So I was like, how is it that I cannot watch it on the internet? And then Comcast and the Nuggets, KSE, decided to sign a deal, or Altitude. So they had Altitude on Comcast. And it was at that time that I decided maybe I should get Comcast. And I literally tried to sign up, and they gave me the runaround, and I was like, the fuck out of here. I'm not doing that. I'm not dealing with your shit. And last year, how did we watch everything? I honestly cannot remember. This year, DirecTV was the answer. So I'm definitely glad that, because it's tough for me because I'm trying to talk to my friends about the Denver Nuggets game. They're like, well, we can only watch the ones that are on ESPN, or like, you don't have altitude? No. Well, what the fuck? But now, oh my goodness. 2 p.m. tomorrow, All-Star starter to be announced. Oh, hell of a comment there. That's cool. So 2 p.m. tomorrow, All-Star starters to be announced. Okay, so I think, if I'm not mistaken, the starters are determined by fan voting. So they're going to take 5. Basically, would it be the top 10? Because there's 3 teams. They're making 3 teams, 2 from the U.S., 1 from the world, which is absolute horseshit. They should have 2 and 2. Duh. Have a few extra All-Stars. So if you have 10 guys on a team, then you got first string, second string. You basically have 2 first strings and 2 second strings. And that's 20 guys on this side and 20 guys on this side. That's 40 instead of 24 they normally have, I think. So what? More people get All-Stars, but then you're doing like a world against U.S., world against U.S., and winner plays for the championship. That would be cool. But I don't know how they're doing it, but they have 2 teams from the U.S. and 1 team from the world. So if I understand things correctly, they will announce 5 starters for the U.S., 5 starters for the other U.S. team, and 5 starters for the world. And the starters for the world are obvious. I can't remember what the voting was, but for the West, it's I don't know if they're doing West and East, though. I don't even know if they're doing West and East. Son of a bitch. Because how can Jamal Murray have this kind of year and be axed out of All-Star because he's definitely not in the top 5 in the world, because the top 5 players in the damn NBA are world players, isn't it? Wemby, Jokic, Doncic, Giannis. Who else? Shea? I mean, the top 5, the last, even Embiid, all the NBA MVPs are freaking foreign. And you're going 2 teams? Oh, my goodness. The NBA is destined to just piss me off the rest of my life. Whatever. Yeah, Shea. I feel like Jamal, he's basically not getting in on fan voting. But does he have to be in the second 5? Or do they have like 7? Do they have 12 players in the team? So the backups, because I think the backups are actually chosen by coaches, players, and media. Oh, give me some insight here. Give me some insight. What is it? 10 starters from each conference announced tomorrow, and the rest at later dates. So to me, that would seem like it would be 4 teams. Or 5 from each 10 total. But how are they splitting them up into world and U.S.? That's what I don't understand. Might have to look that up. I appreciate you looking these things up too. So 5 from each conference? Yeah, I see. So 5 from the East, 5 from the West? I just don't know how they differentiate the world and the... So can you find the top 5 vote getters? Let's see. That's on NBA.com, isn't it? Which is here. All-Star Home. Share this tab instead. There we go. Okay, here I am. All-Star voting returns. How does Luka lead? Fucking Lakers, dude. Okay, here we go. Let's see if we can zoom in a hair. And maybe you can see that. There we go. Oops. Okay. West and East. Doncic. Okay, so they have them split. Top 5 in the West is Jokic. Not quite 2 million votes. Man, I gave him every vote I could give. Actually, I think I missed a few days. Curry, that's good. Shea. Victor Wembanyama. Anthony Edwards is in 6. So how is that 5? Fuck out of here. So Victor beat Anthony Edwards. Good. Mr. Baby Daddy. Antetokounmpo, Brunson, Maxey, Cade, Donovan Mitchell, and Jaylen Brown, of course. So that's pretty solid. Now, how many of those are foreigners? 1? Maxey, Cade, Donovan. Is Donovan Mitchell Canadian? Please tell me he's not Canadian. And Jaylen Brown is... Okay. Fans voting represent 50% of the vote to determine the 5 players from each conference honored as starters for the... Oh, it's only 50%? What? Fan voting via the NBA app and NBA.com with their NBA ID, that's us, represent 50% of the vote to determine the 5 players from each conference honored as starters, with current NBA players and media panel accounting for 25% each. So players and media. Or the coaches in that. The coaches should have a lot of say in it because they know. This year's All-Stars are being selected without regard to position. Okay. All-Star voting concludes Wednesday, January 14th, which has already happened. Peacock will reveal the starters Monday, January 19th, which is mañana. Under a new NBA All-Star game format, 2 teams of the U.S. players. Oh, here we go. Explanation. Under a new NBA All-Star game format, 2 teams of U.S. player, 1 team of international players will compete in a round-robin tournament featuring 4 12-minute games. Okay, NBC and Peacock will present NBA All-Star game. Okay, interesting. Weird. That's actually freaking weird. So if 4 games, round-robin. So A plays B, A plays C, and B plays C. That's 3 games. That's round robin for three teams. Right? A, B, A, C, and B, C. That's it. So then what's the 4th game? The final? 4 12-minute games. Man, I am so confused. Okay, top 20. Let's look here. Jamal Murray's 15th? Fuck out of here with your stupid fucking fan votes. Tell me that Jamal isn't better than freaking Austin Reeves, Alperen Sengun, LeBron James. Give me a break. Avida for Portland? Fucking fan votes. 260,000. About 60,000 of those were me and my wife. So I don't see where he's going to make it. I might be wrong here, but if Avida, if they pick 5 more for Sangoon, and it's not the West, it's both sides. Oh, the good thing is the East doesn't have very many. So you got Siakam. Well, that would be cool if Porter Jr. made it. I would like that. I would definitely like that. I actually voted for him. Michael Porter got more votes than Jamal Murray. The fuck out of here. Just switching to Denver or to New York market gets you more votes. The voting's bullshit. Fucking Cooper Flag almost beat Jamal. LaMelo? Wow. Okay, the fan voting is disgusting. That's disgusting. I still don't understand. Who's picking the rest of the fucking All-Stars? Okay, I've cussed too much. So I'm going back here. And doing that. And let's see what we got. 5 from each. Okay, here we go. 10. So we yet to understand how the reserves are going to be announced, but let's keep our fingers crossed. I mean, what a terrible injustice it would be if Murray, isn't he cooking in points per game? Okay, let's see if I can share this one. Oh my goodness, I don't know which one it is. So there we go. Get your pop-ups out of here. Jamal Murray's right there, dude. In the freaking league. He's 14th in the league in points per game. Effective shooting, 26.5. Although he didn't do it himself much good tonight. But he did have 42, and then he had like 16 tonight. So that's 58 divided by 2 is 26. I'll be... Oh, wait, 25 plus 4 is 29. 29 in the last 2 games. So that's good. Those 40 pieces really help. So West, West, East, East. West, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th. So Jamal is 10th in scoring. And I would assume if you compare those top 10 to his rebounds and assists, where's he at? 7 assists? 4.4 rebounds. Avida. I mean, when you're on a shitty team, of course you're going to be a better player. Look at Michael Porter Jr. Give me a break. So Avida's got 7 rebounds, 7 assists, and 1.5 stocks. So, because he's the one I'm worried about. Jamal's taking Jamal's spot. And Jamal has 1.3 stocks, 7, 4, and less points. So, but better record for the Nuggets. And I mean, the thing about Jamal is he's playing with fucking Jokic. Actually, he's not anymore, so I can't say that. Wow. What are the chances he's going to make it? And did I never put that up there? All right. Well, I'm trying to think if there's anything else I wanted to chat about tonight. The next game is Tuesday, so tomorrow I will not be here unless you want to talk cannabis growing. You can check me out on, I guess it would be the same channel. Different show. Same shit, different date. Same channel, different show. Thank you for finally getting a few comments up and joining me. I do see 2 viewers still going. I'm trying to eliminate that and make sure we didn't miss anything. So I did feel like there was some other. So the Mellow thing, the Hardaway Jr. thing we talked about. Just mark that down, please. You heard it here first. Tim Hardaway Jr., the no dip assassin. Because Tuesday night, oh my God, can I believe that? Oh, they're playing at 8. That's good because I have practice from 7 to 8. Can you believe they only let us practice 1 hour for YMCA? But guess what we're going to be practicing on Tuesday? No dip 3-pointers. We're going to do a little warm up. Not that anybody cares, but I'm talking it out through my mind here. We're going to do our normal warm up, and then we're going to do our warm up passing layup drill. And then we're going to jump right into no dip 3s. And then after no dip 3s, maybe we do a shooting game and then we scrimmage. What I like to do is coaching scrimmage. So we're scrimmaging, and then I blow the whistle and I'm like, okay, stop. Look, what you should do here is you should move over here. You should move over there. It's crazy how middle schooler kids can't. I don't know. Is there a difference between today's middle schoolers and when I was a middle schooler in 30 some years ago? I believe there is. But join me Tuesday night because I will. Wow, that'll be midnight. So basically, Wednesday morning at midnight, I'll schedule it. I'll put the little. Who are we playing? The Lakers? I'm going to put a Luka Doncic caricature on the thumbnail. Now that I know how to do it and make him look dumb, I'll be like, put a kind of a Luka Doncic head and torso shot, slightly overweight, open mouth, looking like he's saying the word duh or something like that, and see how ChatGPT gives me. So that'll be a funny thumbnail. Look for it. Midnight Tuesday. We'll be fresh off our victory over the Lakers at home, hopefully. And also, oh, you know what I didn't do? I'm just going to do this for shits and giggles. Because I'm going to show you, before I leave, the video I filmed before this game. This was towards the end of the Nuggets live and before the start of the game. So, is it a window? Yeah, there it is. Let's see. I don't think we get audio if I do that. I don't think we get audio if I do that. No, God damn it. Ah. Maybe I should. So if I share media, I can't get audio? What the? Oh no, I bet I can do it if I do share media. Which is on desktop. And it is called Charlotte pregame. Boom. Okay, maybe we get audio this way. Add to scene. I don't hear shit. Nope. Sorry, that's fucking annoying. You know what I can do? I'll just play it right here on my phone at the same time. Oh, this actually might work. Okay, it might not sync up exactly, but let's go pause, rewind, and in 3, 2, 1. Okay, I wanted to film this before the fact. This is before the start of the game, and just finished watching Nuggets live, so getting ready to start the game. And I have a feeling, based on many things that the Nuggets are going to get their absolute living asses kicked tonight.
Wow.
Mainly because the second night of back-to-back, we're basically playing on borrowed time, playing with borrowed money after having won a bunch of them that were improbable, and then we get this idea that we can play. But with Aaron Gordon out, Aaron Gordon saved our ass last night, and Hardaway Jr. saved our ass, and Murray saved our ass, and they ain't gonna keep saving ass, especially if they're not playing. And the problem with tonight is, I just don't think that the luck can continue, and you're playing a team that they're on this back-to-back too, but they've been kicking ass. They lose, then they kick ass. They lose. They beat Utah 150-95.
See, I was talking about
We
that.
talked about it on the last episode, but I just have a feeling that tonight will not be the Nuggets night. So hopefully I'm wrong. Okay, I wanted to film this before the fact. I was definitely not wrong. And mark my words here, maybe that's the commentator's curse. I don't even consider myself a commentator, but you can definitely find the commentator's curse from, and DMVR does it here and there, but definitely Altitude. They are all about it. Oh, that's what I wanted to see. I'm not leaving. I ain't leaving. Because damn it, this one's going to go down in history. This one we can come back to and say, we established the no-dip assassin. We established the commentator's curse. We established, these are the little nuggets that we're out here gold mining for, right? That's what gold mining is. You're literally trying to find little tiny flakes in the water. After with all this dirt, that's what we're doing. We're just trying to find the little nuggets. The little nuggets. Anyway. Oh my God, did I just forget what I was going to do? Another consequence of being in Colorado. Bro, can I rewind this? No. Okay, we got to wrap it up at an hour. So, what the fuck was I? Commentator's curse. Oh my God, if I don't remember this, I'm going to drive me nuts all night. Please tell me you're still watching. Can anyone remind me? Can anyone remind me? Okay, commentator's curse, but it was something else. I feel like it was something else. Oh, it is part of the commentator's curse. Oh, we got it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for your help. Nene McWatts. Hey, that's a cool name. Yeah, Altitude for sure. So the thing I have now established in terms of commentator curse is if you're going to bring up a statistic that is curse worthy, which is he's made 7 free throws in a row. He's a good free throw shooter. He's 90% shooting. So you're throwing a positive before the event happens. If you throw the fucking positive before the event happens, that's how you throw the curse down. Because imagine if you didn't say shit. And after tonight is when you do those comments. So Denver loses to Charlotte. That's when you say, unbelievable loss. Denver looked a little sluggish. They were coming off a back-to-back, and they lose to Charlotte for the first time in 8 years at home. You say it after it happens. You don't say it before it happens. Oh my God, I just realized this better go viral because I'm fucking not putting up with this shit anymore. Commentator's curse. It's so simple. If it's something that, if it changes, so for instance, you're like, Jokic is he's missed no games this year. Okay. Say that after he gets hurt. Wow, it was strange that he got hurt because he hadn't missed any games this year and it's tough to have him hurt. Consider the opposite of what you're proposing and then talk about it later. Like unless it's the opposite. So if Denver's down 12 games straight to the Lakers, which they're not, but they were on the other end of that stick, getting beaten the Lakers down. So who are they losing to now? Washington? No, we beat Washington. Minnesota had our number there for a while, but we beat them 3 straight this year, and that's crazy. So that's when you say Denver has yet to beat Minnesota in 9 straight games. Because the opposite of that is winning, right? And the continuation of the same trend is still a loss. So you're not setting the curse for the loss. You're actually just setting up only success. Denver's lost 9 straight. Actually, at that point, if they lost again, I'd probably blame the commentators. I'd be like, God damn it, they said 9 straight. Now it's 10 straight. I don't know. I'm going to work on this theory here. It's going to be a big gold nugget at some point. So thank you for hanging out. Appreciate the comments this time. We went for an hour. Next time we go for an hour on Tuesday night at midnight. And if you're not here, check me out on Wednesday when it posts. You just go to Flocka Watts or Watty Watts, the channel, go to live, and it'll be there under the little Nugget show. And it'll have the little the little picture of Luka Doncic looking dumb. So, good night.